Wind in the willows. Do you remember that?
Wind in the...
Do you remember? He won't. Sach
that has not been touched or tickled or feathered in the part of that memory.
Who do you want to tickle?
Now.
Wind in the willows. If I said wind in the willows, Sach?
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
That is about a 40-year-old memory that you have just brought back.
Yeah. Unlocked.
Wind in the willows.
It was that frog, wasn't
Frog?
it? Yeah. And
rabbit, maybe? I feel like saying rabbit. There was something to do with the river or in the opening credits.
And it was quite... Is it Beatrice Potter? It looks a bit
Maybe,
in my head.
but it wasn't cartoon as well. It was a weird...
Yeah, it was like a book.
Model. Yeah.
I remember being like stills, but they'd zoom in on it.
And I'll be honest with you, I just thought it was a bit boring for a children's show, wasn't it? Maybe we weren't covering it.
No, it felt intellectual. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You two have been speaking for 50 seconds. I don't know what you've said.
Yeah, Wind in the Willows.
Wind in the Willows.
It was a TV show, right? Kids' TV show. But that came to mind because we are now broadcasting from the Willows, which is a wedding venue and banqueting suite in London,
it looks like
East London.
We're at this throuple's wedding.
The throuples,
Yeah.
us three.
Yeah.
It's a good word, isn't it?
A throuple.
Chuck that in there casually.
Yeah, so like P Diddy, he has loads of throuples.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's that British boxer, isn't it? Lennox Lewis. He's in a throuple situation.
Is he really?
Yeah.
David Hay.
What?
David Hay. Sorry,
Officially?
David Hay. Yeah.
Two
David.
wives.
Two wives.
Two wives.
Like, who's that? Is it Neo?
Yeah, he's got like more than two though, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a quadruple.
This is probably the only British person I know who's in this situation.
David Hay has got two wives.
Yeah. And they all get on.
Well, what are you going to say to David Hay?
But them two don't have to get on.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And they all
They
get
get
on
on.
and get
Happy
it
days,
on. Anyway, we are at the Willows. Thank you to the Willows and the Willows team here for letting us come because we come to different venues and we go to different restaurants and places, and these guys are good friends of ours. It's a big old venue.
It's a big venue.
And you can probably hear it in the acoustics.
Yeah, and you could, I mean, you can just see that.
Usually when I come here, there's like 600 people in here.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Like,
Well, I've never been here. It's the first time, but it seems quite nice.
Nice venue,
chilled,
nice car
cool
park,
out, yeah.
nice little water fountain outside.
Yeah.
Lots of parking. There you go. Choose Willows for your venue. I'm sure there are lots of venues available. And actually, can I be honest? We've made friends with quite a few venues around the country.
Yeah.
So it's hard work. It's a massive place to keep on top of.
To maintain.
So rate them. And actually, but on a day like this, they're on 18 acres here of like grassland, lovely grassland.
Big space.
I was just out there, and it was like the grass has just been cut. It's like you just want to get a football and boot it.
It felt like being on holiday out there a bit.
Yeah, it's really nice. And actually, the last time we were here together, Sach, we did a Bollywood night for my school PTA.
That was a little while ago.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
A few years ago, did it upstairs and had some wicked food. Remember that? The food was really good. But it's heatwave. It's heatwave time.
Heatwave Britain, we are in the midst of it, and I can't believe we've actually got 2 weeks of non-stop sunshine.
Matt, 32 degrees on Sunday.
Oh, that what it's saying?
Yeah,
that's what they say.
It's climbing.
That
mid-20s.
That's in the 90s, as they would say in America and Canada.
think it's
in the 90s because it's about 3 times it.
Oh, okay, all right.
So if it's in the 30s, it's in the 90s, and the 90s in Fahrenheit is high.
It's getting hot at night. The quilt is not being used. It's more like a thin
We don't want to know about your...
No, but do you know what I mean? It's like a thin sort of blanket. I've got one of those, which I bought from Amazon a couple of years ago when we were in the midst of the massive heat wave.
I'm picturing a silk sheet.
No, it's not silk. It's a weird material.
And you sort of draped over your bed. And the sheet across you, and you can see your raspberry ripples through the through the sheet.
Ripples?
Yeah, your nipples.
Oh, I see. They were sweets as well, weren't they?
Yeah,
As long as you don't see his flake.
No.
Great to
You
suck.
can't see that. You can't see that.
No, but it's like a thin, it's some sort of cooling
samosa.
blanket. And it's so good. It's on Amazon.
Cooling
It's brilliant.
blanket?
Yeah.
Here we go.
It keeps you cool, but it's
Trying to
thin, but
sell
it's
you something
weighty as
already.
well. I love it because I need a bit of weight. Do you know what I mean? I don't like all just being open.
You want a bit of, you want to know that it's got you pinned down.
Yeah. Especially because it gets a little
it's
bit
not gonna
cooler.
slide
And the
off.
blanket.
Yeah. Again, like I said, we're all sleeping in one room at the moment. Me and my wife and my kids.
God, that's
and
going
my
to be
kids as
hot
well.
in there,
Yeah,
isn't it?
bruv.
How many fans have you got in there?
No, it's got a window.
Can you imagine if you just got a line of brown-load people just waiting there, just in your bedroom? Because instead of fans, you just got people just blowing.
fans.
Yeah. Keeping you cool.
Nothing weird about that with my kids in the room.
Honestly, that sounds weird.
More so like last night, Milo just suddenly, like, we'd only been in bed about 10, 15 minutes. No, just kicked the duvet off. Kicked it off. And I went, I said, you dropped it? And he went, no, I don't want it. Yeah, I'm too hot.
What's the bed sitch? So are they in
2 double beds in one room,
Oh,
and him and Logan in one.
Oh, okay.
It's to be honest, I go to sounds weird. I go to bed with my wife. I wake up with my son.
Right.
So I don't know
Musical
what.
beds.
How
I don't know
long
when
has
that
it been
happens
now,
in
like in this situation?
Bruv, it's been since November. So trust me, it's been a good 7-8 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's testing. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it is.
And I know for a fact it's a bit like. It sounds like a heavy comparison. A bit like the hard times of losing your job, right? Yeah. You kind of go, you feel really crap at the time, right? And I'm like, oh God, this is so frustrating. I need my own space. Why am I living like this? Yep. We should have just rented a place. Why didn't we rent a place while we didn't work in the house? But the work's taking longer and longer. We've hit loads of problems as well, as we would. So the house is probably not going to be ready till about January next year.
Oh, wow.
So we've still got another 6-7 months.
January next
You're
year.
halfway then, basically.
We are gypsies until then.
We're travellers. We are on the road. We're on the move.
Even then, when the house is built, I don't think we might not even get an invite.
No, you will. No, you
away.
will. Because I'm working in the table where we're trying
just
to
make sure the heating's working.
Yeah, no, the heating will be working.
Oh, yeah.
But it's hard. But I know we're going to look back on these hard times and go, do you remember when we were all in one room?
Hard times that you learn.
Yeah. I remember like we were all together. And very soon Milo and Logan will be older.
Yeah.
Time would have moved on.
Yeah.
They're not going to be interested. They're going to want their own space and room. They're not going to want to have anything to do with us. Somebody said a little stat to me the other day. They said when your kid gets to 18, you've spent 80% of the time you're ever going to spend with them up until they're 18.
Yeah.
So over the rest of their life, it's only 20% of that time.
Declines,
meaning it's just meaning the majority of the time you spend is when they're kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's it. So I'm trying to be present. Okay. I'm trying to be mindful.
Yeah. How was your weekend then? Because I saw you up north, weren't you?
I tell you what, I'm so present that on Father's Day I didn't see them and I went off to get a gig in Scotland. But I didn't spend Father's Day with them. But I went up to Scotland. Can I say something quickly about Scotland then? On the casinos, we are in a heatwave. We did the show. I'll put this on my Instagram story in case anybody did see it. I'm going to repeat that. But we came out of the show at exactly 9:30, about 9:35.
Yeah.
It genuinely stumped me. I was stumped, stopped in my tracks. Came out, opened the door of the club the Glee club that we were performing in Glasgow, and it was not only just daylight. It was light like it was 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
like light.
It did look very bright.
But to the extent that I look, bro, I know what a light evening looks like when it's falling into like dusk, and all that.
Yeah.
But it was almost like there'd been a mistake. Like God had gone, oh crap. Yeah. Forgot to turn the lights off.
Yeah.
Oh, quick! Turn the lights off.
Are we not like 4 days away from the
solstice?
From the solstice, and then that's it. It's going to start getting darker.
Yeah.
What is the solstice? That's the longest day of the year.
Yeah, the longest day, and then it starts getting shorter and shorter.
Tommy, I've been to Glasgow then as well, and I was confused. I think I remember going into the club at about 11:00 at night.
Yeah.
It was bright like this.
In daylight.
About 11:00.
Now
daylight still. It was bright. It was bright.
Can I be honest, bro? England is the UK.
Small.
Is small.
Yeah.
You go to the States, right? You can drive 7, 8, 9, 10 hours and not leave the state, right? You still be in the same bend, and it's no different on the weather or anything.
Yeah.
Whereas in this tiny little land, so I know this is like a real dumb thing to probably say. In this tiny little land, you go just 4 or 5 hours.
It's not 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, it's 6, 7 hours, right?
Yeah.
Driving.
But it's far. But it's far. And also
it's only a 1 hour
flight. The curvature as well, isn't it?
But bro, how much curvature are you going to get on little old England?
Yeah, there's a big
curvature.
No,
big bit of curvature.
Like you said, like we're on the bend, like we're on the nipple or something like that.
No, there is bend.
No,
there is bendage.
Minimal bendage.
But I tell you what, the first time I saw it as well when I went to Scotland, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like, as in, I was just like, where am I?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it proper disorientates you.
Yeah.
Innit? Because you just don't know how to react or behave.
You're going, sorry, because if it was dark, you'd naturally go into, whoo,
I'm ready for bed.
Done, let's go a little
But you were ready to party.
But then it kind of throws you out. Like, it's like being jet lagged.
That's what I mean. I remember going into the club, it was 11:00, daylight outside. And I thought, this is weird. Like, I'm going to DJ daytime.
Yeah.
And I think it's like that in like Finland and Nordic.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're close to Northern Star.
And then, by the way, I got messages this week from people saying, well, I'm in Birmingham. Bal, hello to you. Because I'm in Birmingham. And look how light it is now. So, meaning it's like, so it's this, look, it's summer days, happiness all around, sun shining. I am not complaining, by the way. No. I don't feel, touch wood, I'm looking at you, Sach, too hay fevery.
I dealt with it.
He's
I dealt with it. Yeah, I did. I told you.
Up the bum. He's at it. Up the bum.
When did you have that?
A couple of weeks ago. So it's only.
Oh, can you have it?
It's only kicking in now. As the days go on.
That's a big bum.
I'm feeling a bit better.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that, boys. It's not like you just take it.
Why is it taking so long to
The
work?
needle's 18 inches.
Yeah.
So it's. Sorry, I thought you had to have it like in March.
You can, but that's like you should have it then.
You missed it.
But no, I didn't miss it. I tried to not take it this year because I was like,
hero ban gaya.
yeah, no, legit. Because I was like, I don't want to take it. Do you know what I mean? But it got to a point where it's just like I needed to.
Are there any side effects? Are you drowsy?
No, I'm fine.
You're right.
Yeah, no, all good.
Okay, good to know.
As normal.
Good to know. And so, kind of say, going up to Scotland, lovely, loved it on the weekend. And actually, I felt a little bit selfish because it was Father's Day.
How'd you go up, by the way?
A bit of a trains, planes, and just trains and planes. Trains and cars.
Go on, say it, because I know you love saying it.
Trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yeah, he loves it.
That film is unbelievable.
I know, you always say.
That's one of my favourite films.
I know.
Never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No.
It's a good one.
Where's your hand? Between two pillows?
Huh?
Those aren't pillows! Oh, come on. It's heartwarming, the film.
Who was
it's
the director?
frustrating.
I'm
a director.
Was it Danny Boyle?
No. It wasn't that edgy. But it was just Steve Martin. It was that era. You could go and get this film out from Blockbuster. You'd go along the line and go, Steve Martin and, Candy? John Candy.
Long time ago.
Brilliant. Anyway, trains and planes. Trains and trains and cars.
Cars and trains.
So I got a train up to Stafford. Then we got met there with the cars, and they took us up all the way to Glasgow.
Wow.
And
how far was that then from Stafford?
Yeah,
that
like another 3 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's far.
Right,
yeah.
but when I was at Euston Station, it was early in the morning. It was about 8 o'clock.
Was Kedge there?
I do live a lot at Euston Station, but it's.
Why do you live a lot at Euston Station?
Well, because it's the connecting one. When I get in from Watford,
to your Harrows, that area,
and on the way to London Bridge. So Euston's a great station.
It is a great station. It's got everything.
Great shops,
good coffee, got
Sainsbury's,
outdoor
M&S.
market. Yeah, you got that. So you get your quality end.
Yeah.
Plus you got the Burger King.
You've got the Burger King. You've got
Nando's outside.
Yeah, Nando's outside. There's a few places that you can eat there. Pret, it's a big Pret.
Yeah, and on a Saturday afternoon they have a little pop up, so you get like nice coffee outside.
Yes,
like the organic coffee.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm there. I'm at Euston Station, and obviously it's early morning. I've done the journey. I get to the station. I think, I didn't do my early morning,
Oh yeah.
dumpage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Because I left the house quickly. I thought, okay. And
Didn't time it.
I didn't. Well, it didn't time my day.
No, but I think
I don't time it.
Oh, don't you?
No, it's a wild horses down there.
Okay.
They do what they want. There's no saddle, bruv. I don't put reins on it.
Okay.
Control it out the paddocks.
Yeah, no, normally you're quite quick. You've got a quick process.
Right, but because I just got up and left.
Okay.
Right, and also I didn't shower because I thought I'm going to get there early. We're going to get
You
into.
don't have to accelerate, don't you, in the morning?
Huh?
You don't have to accelerate it in the morning.
Cup of tea.
No. Well, yeah, but
Coffee or tea?
it's better,
Tea
even
and coffee,
better.
yeah.
In a squat.
Squat into squat position.
Drink your jar, but in a squat position.
Bruv,
Tommy, please do that and put a video up on the weekend.
I can't even get in a squat position.
No, squat and drink a coffee.
Yeah. I'll sit down.
And film it.
You can do a little bit of
I'll sit down on a low chair. There you go, right? I'll sit down. Anyway.
Smart for your OnlyFans, mate.
That could be an OnlyFans.
Can you imagine
what do you do?
To see him squat?
I squat and drink tea. Oh, go on in. Put another sugar in it. And these dirty old women or men, whoever. Anyway, so
I mean, that I'll be watching just for comedic value.
Sign up. There you go.
Okay, right. I'm not being crude. So I get into the toilets. It's quite quiet. Bruv.
It's a good thing.
Funniest.
This one, let it go.
No. I'm walking along the cubicle doors on the left-hand side.
Yeah, they're on the left.
They're the classical cubicle doors where they have a gap at the bottom and a gap at the top.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like school, right?
Yeah.
As I am walking past his cubicle,
the
man in there drops his phone. The phone slides out.
Oh.
There is Bond and bum and boobies on the phone.
Oh.
And he's watching a little video. He's sitting on the toilet. Watching a little bit.
Was he sitting on the toilet?
Yeah, was he? No, he was, because I saw him go. I could hear the awkwardness, and I went, and
what did you do?
You're the last
Tommy,
person.
Yeah.
He didn't
You're
need
the last
me.
person.
I went, hello, first thing on a Sunday morning, and I just went, I'll push it back for you, and I just used my foot to push the phone back, and I did think, I thought maybe he might go, he doesn't want his phone rubbed on the floor, but I thought he's dropped on the floor anyway.
With a gun.
But I thought, I'm not touching that phone with my hand, so I just kind of, because it literally, it bobbled and bounced and came, but it was a fact. I looked down and I saw boobs and like some, and you can imagine him going.
Did you see him? Did you wave?
No, how could I? No. So then I went to the cubicle, the doors open and goes,
what a story.
But I'm like, come on. And I was like, that's going in the podcast.
Yeah.
But all I could think, I went, first thing on a Sunday morning. And he went, he did something, sort of like acknowledgement.
Could you guess what race he was from that?
I'll be honest.
It was
I think anyone who's looking at porn at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning is white.
I don't think you can make that general. Not at all.
I've said this in comedy
What?
club.
I don't think you can make that
There's
generalization.
like a different approach that white people have towards like strip clubs.
What?
And that.
There's different
timings. They go to stag do's with their dads and go, yeah, we all went strip club. Like no Punjabis doing that, no Gujaratis doing that, no Pakistani, Bangladeshis doing that.
Streaming are amongst the different races of the planet. What research have you done across the porn streaming?
What time?
Right. So, no, brown people like evening time, and like, they'll make an event of it. They'll get into their room. All that kind of thing. Right. But like
black people,
Gordy would just want to do it everywhere. He's like, the Sun newspaper has it at it. All that. It's just everywhere. Because I remember I was doing a comedy night. And I said, and something happened. Somehow we got into about a group of lads stag do. I said, you could have been in a strip club. You could have gone to to whatever. And they went, and I went, look at that. I said, you're grown men, and you're looking all nervous that I've said the word strip club in front of you. You're looking around like, don't say that, bruv. You're gonna drop us in it. Yeah. And then I turned around, and there was a guy there sat with what I thought was like could be a girlfriend, but they didn't look a million miles away. Turned out to be his mum, but she just looked. She looked good. Okay. Like, she didn't look that old. Didn't look as old enough to be his mum anyway. And I went, oh, right. I said, look, mate, did you go strip club? And he looked around. He went, that's my mum. All right. And I went, oh, right. I said, well, you probably don't admit it then. He goes, and she went, admit it? The mum goes, he gets me to dance for him. No, he doesn't. Right, I'm sorry, that's weird. Right. The mum goes, admit it. He comes back and he tells me all about it.
Oh, wow.
And I won't say the phrase, but they're quite crude and graphic about describing what certain women look like. Okay. And the mum and the son were talking like that. What I mean is, these white people are different to us. All right. They talk about all this.
So that's it as a white person.
So I pushed it fun, but it was a little, it could have potentially been another little beastie moment for him. But I think I dealt with it well because I didn't make him go, oh, how could you? Or anything like that. I went, first thing in the morning.
I suppose you didn't take your phone out and film it.
No, well, it was all so quick. It literally bubbled out as I was walking past. It was like God was saying,
and it's kind of like bros code, isn't it? Just slide it back.
That bro
the phone or you? Did it bobble out?
Yeah, bobble out. He slipped out from under the door and I just tucked him back in. And then that was the gentlemanly thing to do.
Pass.
Right.
So that was my experience of the weekend.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? It's a bit different. Like, I would have thought of that, basically.
A phone bubbling out and that being on it. But you think right now he's somewhere telling his mate, oh God, someone called me watching a bit of like whatever.
Oh no, I think it would have been quite a funny story to tell.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope you see the funny side.
It wasn't a funny story, but it was a bit different for me because this never happens to me.
Yeah,
I went to a wedding. As a guest. As a guest.
Wow, that's the first for Sach.
I hope they realise how lucky they are, those people.
No, legit. Like, it was my cousin's wedding.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Right.
And it was just weird because Saturday night, he gave me the date so long ago, put it in my diary, I didn't really think much of it kind of thing. I knew I was going.
Did you go with your mum and dad? Were you with the family?
I went by myself.
Oh. Right.
By myself.
What is that because was it sorry,
with respect,
was it a smaller wedding? Was that only 100, 200 people?
About 200 people.
Yeah.
So it was at the Langham in London.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, it was lovely. Yeah,
okay.
It was lovely.
Lovely wedding.
Really nice wedding.
What a spot.
And
it was sunny. It was sunny obviously as well. Nice day.
It was, lovely day. Drove into London. Got there. Do you know what it reminded me of though? Because obviously I parked right outside of where we used to work.
Yeah, so right by the BBC.
Oh yeah.
I thought of you guys, and I thought, shall I take a? And then I thought, I ain't gonna take a picture. Took a picture of the Langham instead. Yeah. Going in here tonight.
And did they do canapés? Was it?
Do you know what? I missed the canapés. Yeah, I tell you why, because it took nearly 2 hours to get into London that day because it was the King's birthday, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Trooping the Colour.
Trooping the Colour. So London everything was closed. Every row was closed. So it took me nearly 2 hours to get there.
What did it feel like being a guest, just a straight up guest?
Do you know what?
Because how many weddings do you do a year? How many weddings roughly?
Oh, I don't know.
50? One roughly?
Yeah, probably more.
Right, yeah.
But loads. And it was weird because number one, a guest at someone else's wedding. Number two, by myself, which was weird as well.
Yeah. Takes a bit of confidence,
number
bro.
Three, I didn't know. Apart from my cousin, I didn't know anyone there.
Oh.
No one.
Oh.
Okay.
Because they were all his friends and stuff.
It was all his friends.
Right.
And so
legit, I was going there and I was just like, I don't know who I'm going to meet. I'm sat obviously on the table. I don't know who I'm going to bump into on the table. Yep. Who do I bump into the table? Listeners of the Brown Load from Dubai.
Brilliant.
What?
They listen to Brown. They know you actually.
Oh. The picture
we met them a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so we met them in Dubai.
They were just like, "Oh yeah, we came to your event with you and Tommy a few weeks ago."
Yeah,
so that was a bit strange. It was like small world of all the places.
Yeah,
and then just got to know everyone on that. Do you know what? I was on a really fun table. Got to know everyone. Everyone was lovely.
Kedge, do you, and I'm saying this because I think I know the answer, do you like to be at a wedding on a table, like in that situation?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
On your own?
Yeah. I don't care.
Can I be honest? I flipping love it.
I know you love it. But that's do you know what? For me, I weren't loving it because I was just, on the way there, I was just like, I would never do this.
Yeah.
If it weren't my cousin's wedding,
you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't be going.
You got to realise the performer in me at a wedding where we don't know anyone. Let's say it's like the perfect wedding would be one of my wife's friends' weddings. Yeah. Right? Where it's, all Gorda sort of family, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
No one knows me. No one knows what I do.
Yeah.
I can just sit at the table
and
bust my jokes.
Yeah. And do you know what?
As just
in a weird sort of way,
fun way.
That's what I did because I knew no one. I was just chatting shit to everyone on the table. Do you know what? It was a really good night. And I enjoyed it.
And because of what we do,
and I'll probably never see them again.
Exactly. No. But because of what we do, you're already going in like in gear 2, gear 3.
I was ready. Honestly, I was cussing everyone. I'm like, there was 2 guys sitting next to me, and I was just, they were just chatting, and I was just like,
What were you cussing them for?
No, they were just telling me about life and this, that. This fella here was married to his wife was in, another guy here was married to his wife, and they were just talking to me about their wives, and like it was like one big massive family. Yeah. And me. So like everyone knew each other apart from me. Right. So it was just a bit like, they were telling me stuff and I was just, throwing my 2 pence worth.
I love it. I
really enjoyed it.
I love
leading. I was out of my comfort zone. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
I love leading the drinks. Like right,
more also, wine. I want to get in and just help with the food, do shit around.
No, boys.
People just look.
No. The food was served to you.
Oh, what, like silver service?
No. All the food was on the table.
Yeah.
But they had waiters around the table to serve you.
I think I'd want to do.
No, but you couldn't. There was no way because the table centerpiece was so big, you couldn't grab the stuff that's on the other side.
No
of the table.
rotation disc on it.
No, it wasn't one of them ones. You wanted to see what this
Lazy
thing.
Susan.
Yeah, lazy.
You wanted to see what this table looked like. It was
lazy
incredible.
Lazy
Susila.
Lazy
Susila. Indian. Yeah.
It was one of them ones where and you didn't have to get up for drinks. They'd just bring it all to you. You didn't have to leave it was brilliant. You didn't have to leave your table.
High end. Good
it was
stuff.
proper high end.
A good high end wedding. And it's nice, you rock up. But again, hats off to you. I think it takes balls to walk in there on your own.
It was legit on my own.
Sometimes you got to go to press screenings or film screenings on your own. I feel like, oh God, you're going to hover around then the reception on your own and don't know anyone who you're going to meet. I can't believe you met listeners. That's a crazy small world.
So because you guys are quite on the regs meeting listeners because obviously of the work and line that you're in. So, you meet a lot of the Brownlow listeners. Obviously, Kedge doesn't do that, because I'm not out DJing, I don't host events or anything like that.
Kedge mustn't talk about Kedge in the third person.
No, but
what a prick.
This weekend, I don't know what happened. So I'm out Saturday morning, early morning, to quickly do the Tesco
Were you at Euston Station in the toilet?
No.
And I don't recognise those fingers. And why is this Gujarati born? Why is this?
The toilets were empty. And no. So I was in Tesco, early doors, and I thought, right, I've got to quickly, because I had to do a few things on, so I had to quickly just bang out the weekly shopping, right? So I'm in there. And then I got to the aisle of peanut butter and not peanut butter.
This is sexy.
Peppercorns and salt granules, and I was trying to find something that was that I just wanted the refill.
Were you going Himalayan salt?
No.
Just chunky white salt.
Just chunky white salt and the peppercorns.
You need the Himalayan.
I know.
I think what the chunky white salt tastes more saltier.
Yeah, that's.
But the Himalayan they say is this nice.
Yeah, exactly. Better, so I was looking for the refill one, and I was bending down. I was on one knee, right? Because it was a low. It was a low.
Tight shorts.
No.
Why were you on one knee?
No, because I was
proposing to the salt.
No, it was a low aisle. It was a low aisle, and I couldn't do a squat right in the middle of. Tesco.
There's no need to do a one knee jobby.
Because I had to go down to see it. I couldn't see it, and I was like, "Why is this not available?" Anyway, I'm down there, and this guy goes, "Excuse me, mate," and I'll go, "Oh, God.
Why are you down there?"
Here we go.
Did you propose to him?
No, in it. Well, I could have. And I'm going, here we go. Another one who's going to ask me, do you know where the cucumbers are or something?
Yeah.
Because I don't know why, but everyone thinks I work in the Watford Tesco. Yeah. And that's why I don't
wear the uniform with you.
No, I don't. And that's why I didn't wear blue. And normally if I go in blue, they think I work in Tesco. So I wasn't even wearing blue. So the first thing I did straight away is I looked up and went, sorry, mate, I don't work here.
Yeah.
Just refill it. And he went, you Kedge from the Brownlow?
Hey!
And I was just like, oh, mate, yeah. And then anyway, he introduced me to his missus. They just bought a new gaff in Northwood, and they'd just come to do the big shop. They had a mop and everything, and they were chatting, and it was a lovely little chat first thing on a Saturday. And they asked me for a selfie, which I find that really weird.
No,
You guys find
no,
with me it's really
good.
weird. But then all I was thinking was we took a selfie in front of the olives and peanut butter aisle. I mean, what a random background to have a selfie with.
I think it's good. I think olives. I love olives. I love peanut butter.
Okay, so I
good
thought
things.
anyway. So I was laughing the whole way out because I just thought, God, because there were other people who were watching in the aisle, and they were like, "Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Who is this Lalu in the thing? These people are taking a picture with."
That I love that when they look at it, they're going, "Who is
Oh, we supposed to know.
It must be a YouTuber."
Yeah.
He's a YouTuber.
So anyway, I walked out of Tesco laughing and smiling, and it was fun, and they were lovely people. I can't remember their names, but good luck to your new move.
Yeah.
Because I gave them some techers about Northwood. They're moving to Northwood. I mean, I might as well
Where
give
were
their
they
address
before?
out. So he because they just got married a couple of weeks ago. He's from Canterbury. She was from Greenford.
Oh, so nearby.
So now they're moving into the top area.
Which is a good area.
Top area.
Things are going well.
Yeah. Oh, it must be.
Sach's
If they're moving
cousin
to
getting
Northwood.
married at Langham, you know.
So I told them about the pub there.
So
Yeah.
your cousin getting married. Things are good.
Oh, yeah.
Things are going well. Yeah.
I was suited.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, by the way, that's the picture that I saw. Quickly want to say that of Sach. I saw him with a tie. I've never seen Sach with a
seen
tie.
that picture.
I straight away, as soon as I saw the picture,
He goes, why are you wearing a
I
tie?
go, why are you wearing a? Because even if he was DJing, he wouldn't wear. He'd wear a jacket. Maybe he'd be
No,
smart.
I've never seen Sach in a jacket, DJ.
No, I have.
That's the photo I
But
sent
like
you.
very nice.
he's there.
Very nice.
That's Uncle. He's ready.
More
He's
smart.
Yeah, he's like light blue shirt.
Yeah.
So there you are. You're taking a selfie with the fans.
With the fans, and then so that finished on Saturday. Then on Sunday we had to go to Ealing Road because my dad needed to get some Indian outfits, kurta for some wedding that he's got to get
Venisons.
to. Right? So we're in Venisons. Of
course you were.
Standard procedure. Right.
That's deer meat.
Yeah, well, exactly. But it's the name of some Indian material shop and outfits. Anyway, so we're going to Venisons.
How many people pronounce it venisons and how many people pronounce it wenisons?
Venisons.
Oh, yeah, it's Wenison.
But they've got
Wenisons.
Venisons have got a few.
Wenisons gonna turn up.
Wenisons.
It's all daughters.
Isn't it?
Wenisons.
Venisons have got a few. They own quite. It's like a monopoly board on that street.
They've got about 4 or 5 shops.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're in this thing. So and I have not been on Ealing Road for about 10 years.
I bet you got spotted.
So I'll go in there and I'll go upstairs, and it's a little bit like, my dad's doing this thing, and I'm just like, all of a sudden brought back.
Are you
that
on the
sort of
first one opposite VB?
Yes.
That one. Yeah, that's the menswear one. Isn't
Menswear
it?
one, yeah. So I've got PTSD because spending time in those kind of shops when you're young, and I'm just sitting there getting bored, and dad's trying it on and everything like that.
I bet he is.
All of a sudden,
Trying it on. You know what? He's a player. I know
that.
his dad. He's a smooth man. I said it.
So he's
Hello,
like
darling.
the
What do you
kurta on,
know?
and I'm sitting there and I'm chatting to my mum. Another guy comes up. Excuse me, are you from the brand?
Oh, wicked.
And I'm like, what is going on here? I said, yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I listened to it. He goes, I think it was his cousin who's a big fan. He goes, they just got us onto the Brown Road recently. We've been listening. We love you guys, blah, blah, blah. And so we're chatting like that. And he was about to get married. So he was here for his own wedding shopping as well.
Right.
Exciting. Brilliant. Had the chat. They went down. My dad needed some other different kurtas.
This is Ealing Road.
Ealing Road.
Ealing Road.
Anyway, he then comes back again. He goes, can we take a photo? Oh, I was like, this is classic.
lovely.
This
Great.
never
Lovely.
happens to me.
Lovely.
So what's in the background? Kurtas and saris. So this
Olives, nuts, kurta, sorry.
So I was
Thumbs
just
up,
thinking,
Kesh.
yeah,
Thumbs
so
up,
I was
Kesh.
like, can we have, this could be an interesting, what can you get selfies with the Brown
background.
Load gang with the most craziest backgrounds? Let's see if we can top these.
Yeah. Because
Because no one is beating kurtas and saris and olives and
that's a
peanuts.
good one, that's a good
I think
one.
it's like, what's the funkiest backgrounds you can get the Brown Load boys in?
I tell you,
Use some toilets.
olives, peanut butter, kurtas and saris sounds like a Gurinder Chatter film.
film,
It could
yeah,
be,
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
it? Like,
Absolutely could be.
it's Keira Knightley and Paminda Nagra are reunited in a Gurinder Chatter all-star olives, nuts, kurtas
And
and
someone
saris.
has a massive allergic reaction to it.
Why? Just as a
From the nuts.
As an EpiPen.
Yeah.
And then everything's
So anyway,
okay.
so that was my Ealing Road. I'm like, wow, Ealing Road is now literally Mumbai. It is like being in like Kara Central in India, Mumbai, and it's just chaos there.
I haven't
right?
been there in years.
No, it's mad. It is, and then Popat has like increased his shop onto the pavement. It's like massive. There's more steel numbers in there.
Tommy's trying to looking at me like what is Popat? What
Poppers
is a
is the
Popat?
shop. Poppers is the big shop where you get all your steel furniture from.
Oh,
you know-
steel furniture.
Well, like, as in all the
prison.
pots, the patillas, everything.
Yeah, they sell the prison trays, the food prison
I don't
trays.
mind two trays. I do
Yeah,
like- I do like
everything
two
in
trays.
there. Anyway, so
Do you know, like, if you say I'll meet you on Ealing Road, do you know, like, if you say, meet me at Popat, that's like a landmark.
the cornerstone.
Why
Poppers.
do you say Popat like that? Why
Because
do
it's
why
Popat.
you're
Because
talking?
it's
Because
not Popat, is it?
Yeah, it's not Popat.
It's not Popat.
Yeah, it's Poppers.
But as you're talking normally, you're going, oh,
this.
bruv, what you said about Saturday? Where should we meet up? Ealing Road? Yeah, you know, I see a pauper.
But then you gotta say it. You can't say it.
You got to roll that.
Say it.
You got to roll the buh. But anyway, so all of it's all crazy. We stopped outside for a bit of pani puri because you can do that. You know, it's like India.
Oh,
and
I noticed that by the weather, by the way, in Barkingside.
Yeah.
The pani puri stands, fresh
all
juice
out,
stands.
all out.
It felt like we were abroad.
The fresh coconut.
And Ealing must feel like more like
that. Fully. Literally, we were just missing the cows.
Pani puri? I bet you did.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, so then we were waiting there, and there was an incident that happened on the main road outside Sacconi's, right? So I think maybe after 6:30.
Sacconi still exists.
Oh, it was massive in there now.
Again, I ain't been there since I've been a kid.
So there was, I think after 6:30, there's obviously the parking outside those shops. Is free.
Yeah.
We were standing there, and there was a guy and a girl standing in the car park space.
Oh, to save it for someone?
To save it for their babes.
Yeah.
There was a car parked ahead of that car park space with the woman who was out shouting. I was like, oh, what's going on here? Why is she shouting?
Yeah.
Basically, they wanted to reverse into the car park space, but this man and woman were standing in the car park space.
Saving it.
Yeah. So I'm like, this is... So I
how's this gonna play out?
I said, you guys carry on with the kurta shopping because I am watching this.
While eating pani
I love this because the thing is, you are never going to beat an Indian in this situation because each Indian is stronger.
They're both Indian?
Yeah. Both desis.
Okay.
But you got to remember, every desi thinks that they're more powerful, more clever than the other desi.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is going to be fun. So then...
That's the stereotype, by the way.
Absolutely.
But Indians, they think they're more powerful, more special than everyone.
No, absolutely. Because we're always right. No one's ever wrong. So then I thought, this is going to now evolve beautifully. But there wasn't a crowd, but I started the crowd up a little bit. Because I thought, because I'm like, you know me, talking a bit loudly. Oh, what's going on here?
We did it. Yeah, but Ked, you got to do that in Gujarati because no one understands.
Oh, yeah, no, of course. Right? So I started doing all of that.
In that tone.
Yeah.
Are. You can't do that.
Yeah. Hey, boy! Like that, right?
Exactly.
So
it is for cars, not for people.
If you stick your hand up and sort of gesture in that direction, it starts attracting people. And then, so the woman was out, and she was, I was the hype man. And so the woman is like kind of looking at me maybe for a bit of help. I'm just kind of ignoring, but fanning the flames, right? Kind of thing.
You're like a cheerleader, so I can't get involved in the game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm from the outside, so just VAR. So then she got back in the car, and I thought, well, I wonder what. I thought, you know what? Rated. They're going to drive off because they've had enough of these two people who are blocking it. Next minute, he just reverses his car real fast into the spot and just brakes just before he hits the man.
Oh,
I was like,
that's
this
dangerous.
is good now.
Yeah,
because now it's that enough. Right, actually, because where I was seeing is he's every right to reverse into that spot
for sure.
So then, but the guy. Because obviously he was proper desi.
Hold on.
He's on his phone,
not moving.
And he moved closer to the bumper.
We need to do a little objection, Your Honour. Because you're saying you just both accepted that he has every right to reverse into the spot.
He's in a car.
It's the same thing when you're on a train, so you can't save a seat for anyone. Are you saying saving a seat?
No.
Saving anything?
That's like putting your bag on the chair.
Saving a space in a buffet line?
No.
No. None of that can be done.
No, I don't think you do that with car parking spaces.
No.
If you're there before the person has even come... No, mate.
Where are they? Anyway, and it wasn't like he was just there. Anyway, so
buffets and stuff and saving seats, Tommy, is a different story.
That's a different story.
This is different.
Yeah.
Because your car ain't even in the vicinity. Yeah. You're probably still in flipping Harrow.
Yeah, exactly.
And my guy's waiting on Ealing Road. It's going to take 45 minutes.
So he reversed it. So he made the gap small. Do you know what I mean? So a car couldn't fit into it, but he hadn't parked his car properly in the space. But he's just shortened the space up a little bit.
Fair play.
And now... There I go, no. And then the man got angry, the driver comes out and goes, move. And he started, don't touch me, don't. And then it started escalating.
Why did he put on a Nigerian accent to say that?
I don't know. That's how I heard
it. He didn't need to do that. He's just talking in normal
I wanted to go desi, then I thought, no, hold it back.
No, I've got to move.
Yeah. And then so he's pushing and he goes, no, you can't touch me. By which time... The car comes on the side and he's trying to get in. Now, this guy had a space wagon, so there's no way he's squeezing this in. But what the space wagon has done, he's gone in an angle, he's now blocked, and they've got 5 buses, and everyone's horning behind him this way. Yeah. The traffic the other way is blocked because no one gets it. It's now
but hang on a minute. What's the other geezer trying to park in? Is he trying to park into 2 spaces? What's
no, because there was only 1 space there.
Oh, so he's already in?
Half in. His back wheels are in.
That's cool, yeah.
So, but now there's chaos on Ealing Road. There's no traffic moving either way, and now it's getting serious. And I was like, now there's a crowd. Now there's a Miller. Now there's like, what's going to happen?
Brilliant.
And
I love
it. And we had to go because my car park's timing was running out. But so I missed it. But then I had to basically, my brother was there, so he basically, filled me in on the conclusion. The police came.
What?
The police had to get involved. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Talk about wasting police time.
Can you believe it?
That's ridiculous.
On a Sunday.
Over a car parking
Yeah, that's
space.
ridiculous. Grow up.
And I just thought, this is only in Ealing Road is this happening for one free car park space.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Where are we sitting on this? Where are we standing? Who's right? Who's wrong?
Right. Okay, so I tell you what I was when you were describing the story, I was picturing it like the car park at the airport. I don't know why.
No. It was along.
Like
sorry, I should say it was along the street.
Yeah, on the main street.
Like
single.
So just a load of bays back to back.
Yeah.
See, I was picturing bays like maybe you want to be near each other because you're going to get a load of stuff. You're going to load up cars.
No.
That kind of thing. But it is that then really you're just stood in the street.
Yeah.
It's like when people. Okay, what about when people put their cones outside their house saying you can't park here because I've got a van coming tomorrow?
I think if there's a cone, tough. Like you can't. I don't think then you can park there.
No, and if you put a cone out and it's for the reason of like, oh, you got a lorry or something coming tomorrow, then that's cool.
So are you saying that if these two people who are standing there put out cones, it's fine?
No, but they didn't put out cones.
If they did.
Or I actually think in that situation, if the car pulls up and someone stood there and you got to pull in, and someone goes, oh no, sorry, we're just saving it. They're just going to come. They're probably not 45 minutes away. They're probably just around the corner, or they're probably coming any minute.
But I don't think you can do that.
No, but I don't think. Yeah,
you know
no,
what?
I agree.
This is what I reckon. There's people listening to the Brown Load right now who have stood out and tried to save a car park. Because I only ever see Asians do that.
Of course it is.
No, I tell you what I see. If there's two of you in a car, let's say we're in convoy, and I see a space, I'm not trying to be all chivalrous. Yeah. Then I'll just point like, look, there's one there. You take that one.
Yeah. And I'll try and
if you're behind me, I'll find one. You know, I'll do something.
No, but if someone goes in,
that's the code.
Of course.
But if someone else goes in, then there's tough cheese, isn't it? You can't do anything about it.
Because that obviously the other car was there before the car that came.
But I just want to get into the Asian head of what is this bakwas about going and standing in a space and feeling that you have ownership over.
But that's it.
Yeah.
No, but bro, that's
Shut
it.
up, mate.
That is what happens.
That?
I tell you what that is. That is the mentality of someone who comes from a nation of 1.5 billion people.
Yeah.
Meaning,
You're right.
I got to fight for these people. If I turn my back, if I blink for a minute, it's gone. You know?
Because I would if someone said to you, Tommy, go and stand there and just save that spot. Would you be able to do it? I would say, you know what, tough. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no.
I would lie. I'd say, like, it's for my gran and she can't walk. She needs to go there. Sorry.
No. What?
And then Kedge comes out of the car.
But you were standing. You were standing in that space, going, "This is for my gran."
Yes, I'm really sorry. We're waiting for someone.
It's funny that because I was in Harrow earlier, and there were two people fighting over a disabled car park spot. But both of them said, "I've got disabled people here." I was like, "Yeah," but the woman goes, "But I was here first," and the other one goes, "No, but I need this because blah blah blah." And they both had disabled people in the car. Again, Asians.
Yeah.
I don't know why you have to fight over a flipping parking space. Like, it's quite sad, isn't it?
But I think Asians get quite. We want to win that argument
but
over
why?
a car park space. I don't know why. I don't know where that comes from. But I feel like it's one of the bigger things that we would fight for.
I was going around a car park, and where you're going to turn right.
Yeah.
You're going around the right, and then you turn, and someone was coming from the other way, and I was waiting for a space in front of me before I turned right because I wasn't turning right. I was going to go straight, but that person then came along after me and put their indicator on, like, we're going to go in.
Yeah.
I just let it go. I drove on.
To be fair, he put the indicator on. Did you?
No, because it was straight in front of me.
Doesn't matter.
How can I put forward indicators on? Fucking dickhead. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean straight in front?
Right, he's in front
he came like that.
Yeah, he's come from the right. Like, imagine like a right turn.
Oh, and you were going straight.
I was going straight, but then he thought, oh yeah, look, that car's reversing.
But I'm with you
put
on
your
that.
straight indicators on.
So I did that, but you know when they look at you blank, like what?
Yeah.
And you came up the wrong way.
And actually,
yeah, you're going the other way.
Yeah,
and also, actually, you're a bigger person for just going, that's fine.
It's
There'll
fine.
be another one.
There
will be another one.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's a parking space.
Exactly.
Right. It can be solved.
But some people you get quite strategic about those things and all that, so it can become the battle of the day.
Yes.
Right. Like
it was the battle.
Okay. If that's the battle of your day, that is quite sad.
Today, this morning, right? We were a bit late getting out the door for school. Yeah. There's a part of the journey to school. It's only a 7-8 minute journey to drive the boys to school. We're 2 lanes. No, there's one lane that goes straight and there's 2 lanes that turn right. But everybody gets in the middle lane that turns right and pushes in on the one on the left. Oh. It's like an unwritten rule code.
Yeah, because it moves quicker.
If you line up, someone's going to push in front of you.
Yeah.
And if you're late, you use it and you push in front of someone else. Yeah. You indicate, you hazards it, you go, sorry, put your hand up.
Yeah. You are a hazarder, Tommy, and you do that a lot.
Do a hazard, put your hand up, sorry, right?
Sorry.
That kind of thing.
Goose matey.
Right, okay.
Mate, Tommy's he's one of them.
Yeah. I went along.
He's a goosenio.
He's a gooser.
A gooser.
Gooser, yeah.
Goosenio.
Paul Gusson going. And there was a truck in the right lane, in the correct lane, going straight. Yeah. And I've come along in the middle one, and I tried to push him, and I pushed in front of him.
Straight up.
That's what I mean.
It was a Scania. It was one of them Dove Giania.
Yeah.
He had a Scania lorry on the front. That's what I could see in my rear view.
Scania,
yeah. And lasagna. The Scania, innit? The Scania. I love a lasagna on a pasta. Right. Anyway, sorry. The truck's there, and he would do a little and then he's revving, because obviously I haven't fully merged in. I'm edging my way over, right?
Busted your car.
No, he was and he was edging, and you know when he goes and stops, the whole of the truck is bouncing up there like it's a Dr. Dre kind of thing, right? And Milo and Logan, Dad, is he doing that at you? I went, boys, I think he is, right? And he went, oh. Why is he doing that, Dad? I went, he's quite angry, son. He's quite angry. He's not having the great start to the day. I said, I'll be honest, I'm in the wrong lane. Yeah. Why did you do that, Dad? I said, because we're a little bit late, because you guys were late getting out of bed. So that's why we're in this position. Yeah. It's all your fault.
Blame me on the kids.
And then he was going right up my chitter all the way down, because it's all traffic.
Damn right.
Right? Yeah. And I'm going, but I'm going, mate, when you're... I didn't get out. No. I didn't wave at him.
Also, what is he getting out of it? But you've annoyed him.
And I'm like, you know what? And I felt bad. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want you to have a bad day.
No, but that's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, but people,
if that
but bro,
winds you up, you've got issues.
But Sach,
I've had days when I've been that guy.
Though. No, exactly.
Why?
You just get peed up.
No.
You're like, they're taking a piss. They're taking a piss.
Bro, I drive so much.
He's done that happens all the time.
I did a wrong thing.
Yeah, but it's fine. You just got to get over it. Just keep going.
Absolutely.
Why are you letting someone else?
I agree completely with you.
And it's
but
something
the
stupid.
Majority
of
your
day
are going to get annoyed with it.
Yeah, some days you're going to get some person.
You can't be Zen yoga all the time in the car.
Yeah.
It's difficult to maintain.
Very difficult.
And it happens to all of us. Where we're that other person, where someone just cut you up and you go,
but get over it. It happens. It happens.
Exactly. Okay. Well, change the topic. This weekend, it's been crazy. There've been like birthday parties and shows and gigs. Actually, I went to the birthday party. Logan had a birthday party for his mate. By the way, how sick is this? They got the massive inflatables out on the swimming pool. Like where you climb up it, slide down the other side.
I've never had a swimming pool party.
Like a proper inflatables party.
That's brilliant.
So he went to that, and I looked at the setup. I was like, and some of the dads had brought their trunks. They were going to join in.
Oh, hello.
I was like, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I just thought I was taking him to the party for a couple of hours, like that kind of thing. So no, I didn't have it in with me.
You went starkers.
Yeah. I went, I'm in. Let's go, kids. So that was all kind of going on. But then after that, pizza for the kids, right?
Yep.
And the mum ordered, and I saw like 12 pizzas for like 30 kids.
Okay.
Right? And I thought, she's ordered too much. By the way, just saying, Gujarati mum. Food portions,
always big.
Always
12
big.
pizzas
Always
for
big.
30 kids.
It was about that. It was about 3 stacks of 4 pizzas.
Yeah, that's a lot.
All margaritas, right? Obviously, that's all kids eat.
That's a lot?
Well, the thing is, I've noticed is that kids don't eat that much food when they're at parties. 8 slices
of pizza, right? So as 80, no, it's
what about the parents and shit as well?
Yeah, there's a few parents here, not that many. Yeah. So you're looking at about 96 slices of pizza.
Okay.
30 kids.
All right.
About 15 parents.
3 each,
yeah. 15, 20 parents because someone getting lists right. So yeah, and obviously I helped out, and I quite like being the pizza bar kid, like the Milky Bar kid, where you're going around. And you can tell some of the Duggaday kids. Yeah. They're like, you want another one, innit? He goes, I want another one. I went, of course you do, son. Here you go, right, bosh. Yeah. Right, and you can tell the ones like
who sit next to the Duggaday ones don't get drunk.
Yeah, who don't eat the crust because they're being strategic. Yeah. And you get the Duggaday ones that are going to go, don't worry, I can smash it all. Yeah. And I know like Logan, he's a 2 slicer. Okay. Milo, 7.
Okay.
He can just keep going.
Growing lad.
He's got my genes.
Yeah.
He's like, just keep going. Right, but anyway, so I'm giving it out, and then it slows down. No need to give any more out. I look round. There's still like 6 pizzas there.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh. 6 whole boxes.
Yeah.
Right.
And I went to, I'm going to say her name, so she won't mind, Amisha, who's the mum.
Yeah.
I said, well done, Amisha. Typical Indian ordering on the pizza.
Yeah. It's always hard, though, to get that right.
Right.
But it's cool. I'd rather have more than less.
Of course you would, because that's the party vibe.
Yeah.
And she went, well, actually, Tommy, this is the bit that I want to share with everyone.
Yeah.
She goes, I use Chat GPT to calculate how many pizzas I need for this many people.
What?
I was like, wow.
Well, no, what do you mean, wow?
What?
What?
I don't. I'm still.
What does ChatGPT?
Me and
know about
ChatGPT still haven't really got it on yet. Okay, I've had dabblings.
I don't even know how it works.
Right, not fully, but people are going. Oh, it's not just for silly little things like this, and give me an answer to this, or show me a name for that.
I wouldn't. I mean, what does ChatGPT?
ChatGPT will go 30 kids, this many adults, this many.
It's not going to know, you know.
But when you don't know what the basic maths is, which is a pizza ratio of slices
also,
to people.
Did you tell them what ethnicity that all the kids are?
No, you're just going to go kids party, 30
did you
kids.
Type in how many lot are going to be in there?
No.
How many she ordered? 12.
Well, whatever, roughly, I might have got it wrong, but about that and about 30 kids.
So what did ChatGPT come up with?
So ChatGPT came up with the amount that she came up with.
12.
And then I was like, right.
That's a weird thing to use.
And then, but weirdly,
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
the kids had a first round. Then the adults had some. Then all of a sudden, there was about 2 pizzas left, 3 pizzas.
Yeah,
left.
it'll go.
Right? And I was like, okay, maybe the adults hold it. And I'll be honest, I didn't have any because we were having pizza that night at my sister's.
That's why there was 2 boxes left.
Yeah, you know what? I was like, and you know how hard that is when the kids' pizza's out like that.
Cheese and tomato.
Yeah.
Bang the pizza.
Can't go wrong.
Hot Pizza Hut as well, margaritas. And I said to the guys, I said, I make pizzas at home. I make cheese and tomato pizzas at home.
Yeah.
But there's something that the smell of this pizza.
Oh yeah. They do it on purpose because it's the wild. They know exactly what to put in it. So
they know that herby sort of smell. But there you go. That's something it's almost like an early thing I learned. That Chat GPT.
No, I wouldn't have even thought of.
That's a weird. I mean, use a calculator to do some basic maths if you're struggling in your head. But I don't know what ChatGPT does.
Yeah.
But that's.
And actually, I might actually use ChatGPT next week because someone says you can do this. I says like, okay, I'm going to Glastonbury next Friday.
Are you going?
I'm going to go. Yeah.
I'm festivaling as well.
Where are you?
Look at us. This is out on the festival vibes.
What's your festival?
Isle of Wight this Thursday.
On the day the podcast comes out.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the way on the ferry.
But that's for work, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm going to.
You're there. You're at the.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be.
No. That's for work, isn't it?
But no, but you're going to.
But I'm there for 4 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
So are you filming, recording?
How long are you at Glastonbury for?
I'm filming. Yeah, I'm going to be filming, and then
So he's working for.
Yeah, but then once you're done, you're done. They're not gonna,
once I'm done,
they're going to make. It's not like a mellow where they're making work 16 hours a day.
No.
They're going to go.
It's not going to be that. But guess who's headlining on Friday?
Who?
Sting.
Oh.
Guess who's headlining on Sunday?
That'd be nice.
Justin Timberlake.
No way.
It's going to be brilliant. I can't wait. But the only thing I'm worried about is this whole staying over business. Because, as this is, we don't do festival staying over.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's going to be sunny, right? Which is good. When are you Glasgow? Next week?
Next Friday, the 27th.
Yeah.
It'll still be sunny.
But the thing is, it's like, I'm thinking, what kind of couple
where are you staying?
Well, there you go. You can Chat GPT. You're going to go to the Isle of Wight Festival. Who do I need to see?
Chat GPT doesn't know my wardrobe.
No, but it will. We're going to go, I want comfy clothes. It will say, and it will then calculate the weather, calculate what you should wear, what you should take with you, who's on the stages, who's on at what times. Imagine when you hear Insomnia.
I'm going to be thinking of you. When Insomnia comes on, I'm going to be going nuts. So yeah, so I've got that issue about Gabriel.
Yeah, well, if the weather's going to be good, then you're all right. You're right. Trainers.
Do you take trainers?
Yeah, you must do.
But like dusty ones, isn't it?
Yeah, you want to take that, and I'd imagine it might get. They say the weather's going to be good. If you might want to get like hiking trainers, or something. Particularly in the evenings, temperature will drop.
Yeah,
I've got to allow for that.
You definitely need a hoodie.
All right, so a little hoodie.
Yeah, hoodie time.
Yeah, or a little.
So what are you going to see?
Right. So we're going to go something because Richard Blackwood is doing a comedy set there.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going with him.
Nice.
I might be doing some comedy as well.
Nice.
We'll see. The promoter's going, and we've got one spare ticket.
Oh,
nice.
And I thought I should take my wife because it's our anniversary that day.
Great timing.
And I missed Father's Day, so I thought if I can't go, oh, by the way, I'm not going to be at our anniversary because I'm going Glastonbury, and I know there's one spare ticket. So I'm like, well, why don't you come in? So she's very excited.
Okay.
Because we don't do festivals.
Who's going to be there when you're there? Do you know?
All I saw on the first day, because we just looked at it, and even my wife has just messaged me tonight, actually, on the way here, and said, I know about 3 of the acts. Okay. So we've got Alanis Morissette.
Oh, yeah, old school.
She's there, right?
Yeah, old school. Alanis.
Right. Oh, yeah, right. Alanis Morissette is one of them. And other than that, I swear, it was like, like all these bands have got weird names, like I'm not saying...
Heavy Leg.
The Tablecloths.
Wet Blanket.
Yeah. Clown Face.
Yeah.
Or like weird names like that. And you're like, I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
But there are some good DJs on as well.
Okay.
And obviously there's going to be a comedy
main stage on the Friday, the 1975, Biffy Clyro, Alanis Morissette,
I
Burning
know.
Spear, C-Mat, Supergrass. But then there will be other stages as well.
Yeah,
so,
you see, that's it.
So
all of that kind of makes you kind of go, yoo-hoo. Pink
Busta
Panthers.
Rhymes on Friday.
Busta Rhymes.
Oh my God.
On Vogue.
That's
On
gonna
Vogue.
be-
Fatboy Slim. There you go. That's what I want to see. Fatboy Slim. Bit of On Vogue.
Rizzle Kicks will be brilliant.
Buster.
Yeah. Busta Rhymes. And that's it. I feel like that'd be enough.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, exactly. But more so for the whole experience, because I'm so used to Mella that this just got to go big old Glastonbury one. Yeah. Oh, do you know about what that technique that guy did? There was a video going around of a guy that went along to a festival field. Did I already say this?
No, go on.
Buried his booze while the field was open by a tree. Then went back to the tree when the festival was happening.
And he had booze.
Dug his booze out, got all his straight vodka, whatever.
Well, I'm going to be, because I'm going to be in Isle of Wight on the Thursday.
There you go.
Before the Friday. So I might have to go and
do a little smugglage.
bury a little glassy here and there.
Take in what you want.
You're both
mate.
going to festivals. Oh,
Yeah.
that's very nice.
Sad, you going to any?
I am in September, but I'm working at one.
Oh, okay.
Malta
Festival. Very nice.
Oh, I've heard about that one.
Breaking Borders.
That's
yeah.
a Desi one, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Breaking
it is
Baldies.
Breaking Borders.
Yeah.
I thought you said Breaking Baldies. That's
me,
a great one.
Anupam Kher,
Yeah, that's
The
a
Rock,
great one.
Vin
Breaking
Diesel.
Baldies.
We're all there. Things we've learned.
Things we've learned. We're
Things
there
we've
already.
learned.
I'm going to go first actually this time, and
Go on.
my one is a brilliant one. So obviously, we're in a situation at the moment where we have rolling news all day long. News channels galore. You
Yeah.
can go into a news channel from the States, from the the Middle East, India, all of it. There's always something going on. News.
I'm so done with the news, by the way, as well.
Are you? Okay, well,
It's just-
this is
Which
why
depressing
maybe,
right at
Sach,
the moment,
you
isn't it?
needed to be alive on this day, and I'll tell you what day. On 18th of April, 1930.
Go on. What happened
I
on the
wasn't
18th of
around.
April?
You know what happened?
What
So
happened?
95 years ago.
It happened on the BBC. They came on, and they reported there were no news that day, so they just played piano all day.
There was no news.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That would never
happen.
18th of
That's it.
April,
It can't
1930,
happen.
the
It never
BBC went
happened.
on and said, there's no news today.
That would never happen.
And you
Ever.
know what?
No.
There's probably no news tomorrow, right? But they'll go, oh, did you know? Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Bro, oh my.
But I thought, imagine a world where you just put it down and they go, there's no news today.
There you go.
Well, how nice would that be for humans now?
So the fact is, so what was the date of April?
1930, 18th of April.
18th of April 1930 was the only day in history where there was reported no news.
Do you know what, though? Like, I like that because obviously they've just played the piano now for the day, yeah?
Brilliant.
But, like, if like the BBC or whoever was to say that nowadays, there's no news today, people will kick off for no reason.
Yeah.
Because they'll just be like...
People will kick off because
but-
there's no news.
No, but they would.
I
But
tell
they
you what,
would,
people
wouldn't
go,
they?
how can you say there's no news?
How can
Did you not see what happened to me? I was
Exactly,
standing in a car parking
exactly. Yeah,
space.
that's what I
I was
mean.
trying to defend the space,
what I
and
mean.
somebody came and reversed into
You don't
me.
know what is happening over there?
Oh my god!
That's what I mean.
Is-
People would want to know, news about Ealing Road.
Right.
Okay.
The thing I learned was whilst I was talking about the pizzas to the school dads.
Yeah.
One of the dads dropped in a little fact. It's not like a fact, but it's more a bit of information fact.
Yeah,
the thing
info
I learned,
fact, yeah.
Right, and he says around the Pentagon.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
Where all the kind of defense officials,
CIA people are,
and
yeah.
Yes, it's defense officials.
Yeah.
Right, they're all working there. Around there. They know when something major is about to go down. So there was going to be some strikes, some war strikes, all that. And the day before that happened, everyone around the Pentagon, well, I say everyone, all
You
the
mean
people
in the building?
No, people in the building were
Yeah.
obviously alerted,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is going to go down.
Yeah.
Now everyone's on high alert. Everyone's
Yeah.
been tipped off.
Yeah.
The attacks are going to happen.
Yeah.
And therefore they've got to deal with their answers, deal with their kind of consequences, what the knock-on effects are, where their officials are, all the logistics of something like that happening, right?
Yeah.
And the nightmare of it. But the way it gets leaked is that the pizza consumption in the area suddenly goes up,
Right, 'cause
because
they're
they're
all-
all staying
they
in.
all stay
They're all
in.
staying in, right? And there's thousands of these officials, and they're all brought in and extra, and so literally thousands more pizzas are
Right.
being ordered.
Oh,
Right.
That's when they know something's up.
And that's why. And look at Google it, pizza Pentagon defense,
So
right?
there is the
That's
business
interesting.
opportunity there.
There's a spike in pizzas, and then they say actually it's the pizza people that could potentially be leaking information. and saying something's going
that's a
down.
business venture
That is
right
pretty
there
cool, isn't it?
for the
But in
desis.
but it makes sense.
It
makes sense.
but it's
Absolutely
just,
makes sense.
I always find the peculiar side of life quite interesting. Like even like how many chicken wings get consumed at the
Yeah.
at
Super
the
Bowl.
Super Bowl and all
Yeah.
that. Like wow, or like that many people are all chowing to that.
So if
that
you-
many people are going, right, pizza's in, we are working.
So if you open a curry shop and they go, oh, let's switch it up now because the pizza lot are leaking info, and you open a curry shop, all of a sudden your sales will increase.
Yeah.
So
They
that's
like curry.
the job.
What if they don't like curry?
Yeah.
Well, they will.
Yeah, they go, sorry, I
Oh
can't.
yeah, actually you're right. Maybe this.
Oh
Trump
no, the curry house opened. Everyone flushed their lips.
Yeah, no,
to be fair, the Trump's administration has got loads of this in it, so
Yeah.
it could be a great opportunity.
Exactly. Like, there's been a spike in butter chicken and dal makhani at the
because I think the head of that CIA department or
Kash
something.
Patel.
Yeah, Kash Patel.
There you go. You
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I was
there's-
listening to his
Kashyap.
podcast actually. the other day
Kashyap Patel.
What would he order? What would Kashyap Patel order for everyone to chow on?
Kashyap Patel is one of them ones who loves his meat. I bet you.
Do you reckon?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
he's
yeah.
a dokra man.
No, because he's so sold out his soul to the Trump administration. He does it all of the meat
So you're
stuff.
trying to say us meat eaters? Well, prick.
No.
Sellouts.
But
That's what
like, what I'm trying to say is he's got to that that stage.
He's westernised,
he's
modernised.
mixed well.
He eats steak.
Yeah, fully.
Oh, wow.
He's wearing the MAGA hat and he's eating steak.
Kashyap is listening right now. He's going, what the hell? No, I don't.
Kashyap
my mum's
Vinod.
gonna
I think
tell
his name is Kashyap Vinod Pramod Patel.
I'm
or
sure he
something.
was smoking the cigar.
Pramod.
with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I think it's
Vinod Pramod.
Yeah, Vinod Pramod Patel. That's his full name.
What a
Raid.
chord. Vinod Pramod.
Yeah,
What
I
else
think that's
rhymes with that?
That's his full name.
The little toad.
Yeah,
The little
Cross over the road.
yeah.
You're a fraud.
Well, some might say that, but yeah.
Leave him
Anyway,
alone, old Cash.
I know, old Cash. Well, I'm not feeling sorry for him, but anyway,
He's
go,
a promoter.
go on, Sach.
The thing I learned, a T-Rex,
Yeah.
it has 13 times more precise eyesight than a human. It
Oh.
means it can see its prey 4 miles away.
That
Four
changes.
miles.
You can't see for it. It's curvature of the earth.
4 miles away.
It's not that far. It's not like
Oh, that's
Newcastle.
a fact.
It's not Newcastle, bro.
A
It's not
T-Rex can
Scotland.
see something 4 miles away. That is incredible.
That's why they're so good at hunting them down. That's Jurassic Park has just changed. All of a sudden, that makes sense.
It makes
now,
sense.
Jurassic Park.
Get your head around that. Like, what do you think is going on? Because obviously it's got a focus, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this kind of no entry sign in front
Yeah,
of me, right?
the door.
In, this,
Yeah.
in the Willows.
Mr. Bigalovic.
And I can't read what's on that red bit underneath it.
No.
So what? The T-Rex can just go and zoom in on
Yeah.
that.
Also,
4
but
miles
how
away.
can they zoom in? Because they've got eye on either side of their head. So how can they look straight? Do you know what I mean? It's like the classic, it's a classic Tommy indicator situation. That how
No,
can you
but
look
because
straight?
your eye, no, Gedge, and if your eye is there, doesn't mean you can't look that way.
Well, I don't know.
Of course
If
it
your
can.
eyes are the left-
eye socket.
No, but what-
remember, their eyes are not like our eyes, where they just look straight. You can.
No, but for us, look,
It goes like that, 360, mate.
Can it go? But can it
How
go
can-
enough?
I think it can.
I can't do like a telescope though, can it? So what happened is, look, right
I
now,
think it can.
I can look at my phone in front of me and I
Yeah.
can zoom in on it.
Yeah.
I can look at that table decoration, which is
Yeah.
3 meters away, zoom in on it.
Yeah.
I can look at the door handle, zoom in on it. And when I look at the door handle 20 meters away, over there, the table display is gone into a blur, right? Because I'm
bad eyesight, mate.
No,
no.
but
Yeah,
you're
I
layering
know
up.
you. Yeah.
So it
It's
can just
lasering.
keep going.
Okay.
So if it just focuses on something 4
4
miles,
miles.
4 miles.
T-Rex.
That's great.
I love
Can
the
I also
T-Rex.
just do a little extra bonus things you that I learned this week, and I think
we
it's a
go.
good one because I
Brucey,
know a
Brucey.
lot of our listeners are going to be are big lovers of the gram, and Instagram have changed something now, especially if you're
The text. The text change.
Well, yeah, that's changed as well.
Yeah.
But the thing that they have changed is the stories, right? You can go and see who's seen your story, right? What they're now going to do. And it's being implemented. So just be careful, because if you're like one of them ones who like maybe stalking a potential husband, potential girlfriend, or whatever that is, what's going to happen now is they're going to change it so the person who's seen your story last will keep moving to the top.
Oh.
So like if Sach has seen Tommy's story first, and then other people have seen it, Sach will go to the bottom of that
Yeah.
list. But then if Sach comes back again, because he thought, oh, Tommy looks a bit sexy in those jeddies, he will go back to the top. So Tommy, when he checks who's looking at it, he'll know exactly who.
But will I know that Sach came back for a second time?
Yes.
Will he be featured in there twice?
He won't be featured top, but he keeps coming to the top. so
Oh, so like,
yeah. So people will be able to know that. Oh,
so it's not the most recent; it's also the most frequent.
yes.
Okay.
No, but it doesn't give you like a number.
It won't give you a number yet.
4 times.
It won't give you a number yet. But this is happening.
No, I think that's a bit weird.
yeah.
Well,
No, I
just-
think-
it's
I
just-
don't
it's
think
just-
that affects anyone.
Just
No, I think it will, because then you know that. Oh, well, Kedge has seen my story, but he's back again.
social media, man.
But who cares?
yeah.
Well, no, but I'm saying it's for the stalkers. It's
Yeah.
for the stalkers.
It's for the
What?
Yeah, no, but I tell you what, it's for the
a
Instagrammers
stalker?
that want to stalk their people
Yeah,
following them.
potentially,
'Cause
yeah,
You're keeping an
yeah.
eye on their stats and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Actually, just on that note, I'm going to add a little Brucey bonus in as well,
on.
because
Oh my
I was
days.
I was filming Maggie noodle stuff,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
I'm doing a
yeah.
lot of stuff with Maggie noodles.
Yeah.
And And I said to this, I was going to people in the street, get them to do this little dance stuff. You're going to see it on my social soon, right? Get them to do the noodle dance and all that.
Yeah.
And one of this girl, about 23, 24, she went, no, this is her line. Yeah. Ready? I'm trying to reduce my social media footprint.
Okay.
That's her thing.
Well done.
I'm trying to reduce... About 22, 23.
Okay.
She looked about 16.
Well, you're going to have to do a lot more than just not say no to Maggie noodles.
I thought that was weird. And actually, very quickly, another weird thing I heard like you just said, and I went, wow, reduce my social media. That's a thing, like it's digital.
Well, it's that, and it's the classic, like, oh, well, you know what? I'm not going to do that because they're going to be listening to you now. They the latest one, there's so many kitchen appliances that, guys, it's so late now. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's like, what? If you've seen Westworld, we're already in season 2.
Exactly.
They have enough information about you. Don't worry about now. You've put your whole family up on all your platforms.
I think I've accepted. I think I quite like the fact that it's listening because then I'll purposely say things and I go, right, and it starts to come up and you kind of look at those things.
But one thing I think everyone should say, and do you know what? Recently, in the last few weeks, I've heard this, and Kedge mentioned it earlier on the podcast, is, I've got so many, other people to go and listen to Brownload. Do you know what? I've come across a lot of people that have just started listening to Brownload, like in the last few months, I'd say.
Wicked.
Yeah.
And I keep telling them, go and tell someone else to listen to it.
Yeah, but you know what's weird as well? They come up to you like it's a revelation.
Yeah, it's like it's a new
the
thing.
Brownload. You're like, it's been going 6 years.
6 years.
6 years?
Nearly 7.
There's people that come up to me and they're like, do you know what? I listen to everything. Yeah, you've missed a lot of episodes, honestly. 300 episodes in.
The man. And it's nice.
And do you know what?
Thank you, Brownload family.
What makes them even more, when I tell them that we do live ones sometimes, everyone's just like, no way. I want to come to that.
Yeah. And both of them said you need to put, one of them said you need to put them up on YouTube, the whole episode. So we'll think about that.
Okay. That's,
by the way, September live one. That's all
coming your way.
That's what I'm going to say.
What city?
No. Well,
London.
But don't give too much away because you're going to be on the WhatsApp group because you will get to know about it first.
Oh yeah, true. Do you know what? Yeah. Maybe.
And you know what? We've had a sudden splurge of people joining the WhatsApp group as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Surge,
it's gone.
It?
Well, yeah, but I like to. It's like a bit more exciting.
Is what you do.
It's a bit more exciting, yeah.
That's what you should do this week. Go and tell someone else to listen to the
That's what you should do this weekend. Have a splurge.
Have a splurge.
Until next week.
See you later.
Laters.